on me. For you have never seen the like of me before.
No, never, Spirit. Spirit, conduct me where you will. Last night I went forth on compulsion and learned a lesson that is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my room.
Radiant in their glory. There were pears and apples, clustered high in blooming pyramids.
Once the grapes made to dangle from conspicuous hooks, people's mouths might water as they passed.
There were piles of filberts, mossy and brown, recalling in their fragrance ancient walks among the woods. Everything was good to eat in its Christmas dress.
But the customers, all so hurried and so eager in the hopeful promise of the day, that they tumbled up against each other and left their purchases on the counter and came running back to fetch them.
The sight of these poor revelers appeared to interest the spirit very much, for we stood with Scrooge beside him in the baker's doorway and sprinkled incense on their dinners. Now it was a very uncommon kind of incense, for once or twice when there were angry words between some dinner carriers.
Hey, watch it!
You watch where you're going, you!
It's a shame to quarrel on Christmas Day.
So it is.
God loves who it is. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Spirit, is there a peculiar flavor in what you sprinkle on them?
There is my own.
Would it apply to any kind of dinner on this day?
To any can be given. To a poor one most.
Why to a poor one most?
Because it needs it most.
And perhaps it was a pleasure the kind spirit took in showing off this power of his, or else it was his own kind, hearty, generous nature, and his sympathy with all poor men that led him straight to Scrooge's clerks. And on the threshold of the door, the spirit smiled and stopped to bless Bob Cratchit's throne. Then came the two smaller Cratchits, boy and girl, who came tearing in, screaming that outside the baker's they had smelt the Christmas goose, and known it for their own.
Whatever's keeping your father and Charlie too? Martin was as late last day by half an hour.
Here's Martha, Mother.
Bless your heart alive, my dear. How late you are.
We did a deal of work last night. We had to clear away this morning, Mother.
Very well. Never mind all that, as long as you're not here.
And then came Bob, the father, with at least 3 feet of comforter exclusive of the fringe hanging down before him, and his threadbare clothes all darned up and brushed to look rather seasonable. And Tiny Tim, upon his shoulder, alas for Tiny Tim, he bore, yes, a little crutch, and had his limbs supported by an iron frame. No idea.
Hello, Bob. How did Adolescent meet you?
Oh, as good as golden bells. Somehow he gets rather thoughtful, sitting alone by himself so much, and thinks the strangest things you've ever heard. In fact, he told me.
I hope that people saw me in the church because I'm crippled. There might be lessons that remember on Christmas Day when lame beggars walk. Why not see?
Then Bob compounded some hot mixture in a jug, with gin and lemons, and stirred it round and round and put on the hob to simmer.
And the two younger Crachit went to fetch the goose, which they soon returned in high possession. Mrs. Crachit made a gravy that was hissing hot. And Martha sweetened up the applesauce.
At last, the dishes were set on, and grace was said, succeeded by a breathless pause.
Mrs. Crachit, looking slowly all along the carving knife, prepared to plunge it into the breast. And when she did, the long-expected gush of stuffing issued forth.
That never was such a goose. Its tenderness and flavor, size and cheapness were the themes of universal admiration.
Eked out by applesauce and mashed potatoes, it was a sufficient dinner for the whole family.
In half a minute, Mrs. Crachit returned with the pudding, like a speckled cannonball so hard and firm, blazing in half a pint of dried brandy and a dot of Christmas foliage stuck to the top.
That was a wonderful pudding. I regard it as the greatest success achieved by Mrs. Crachit since our marriage.
Now the weight is off my mind, I doubt not the quantity of the crowd.
Everybody had something to say about it.
But nobody said or thought at all was no pudding for a large family.
And it would have been heresy to do so.
Any Crachit would have blushed to hint at such a thing.
There is nothing of high mark in this. They're not a handsome family. They're not well dressed. Their clothes are scanty. Their shoes are far from being waterproof. Or it might have the inside of a pawnbroker's. But they're happy, grateful, pleased with one another, and contented with time.
Alas, the dinner was done, the table was cleared, the hearth swept, and the fire made up. Apples and oranges were laid all along the table, and there were a shovel full of chestnuts on the fire.
Then Bob served hot stuff from the jug, while the chestnuts on the fire spluttered and crackled noisily. A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone!
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live. I see an empty chair in the poor chimney corner. I see a crutch without an owner. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, kind spirit. Say that he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my race will find him here. What then? He'd like to die. He had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Man, you be in heart. Forbear that witty tangent you found where the surplus is, and where it is, are you. What men shall die? Might be that in the sight of man. You are more worthless and less fit to live than this poor man's child.
Now to the founder of our feast. A Merry Christmas to Mr. Scrooge.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I would give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he would have good enough appetite for it.
My dear, the children. Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, on which I'm sure one toasts the health of such a odious, stingy, hard, and unfeeling man such as Mr. Scrooge. You know that he is wrong. Nobody knows that better than you do, poor fellow.
My dear Christmas Daddy.
Christmas Day, Mama.
Very well. I shall toast to him for your sake. And for the days, but not for his. Very well. A long life to him. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and happy, I have no doubt of that.
To Mr. Scrooge.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Scrooge.
Where miners live who labor in the bowels of the earth. But they know me. See.
They came upon a cheerful company, gathered round a glowing fire. An old man and woman, with their children, and their children's children, and another generation beyond that, all decked out gaily in their holiday attire. The old man's voice, which scarcely rose above the howling of the wind in that barren place, was singing them a Christmas song.
The spirit did not tarry here, but bade Scrooge hold his road, and passing on above the moor, sped to sea.
Misery's every refuge. The Spirit left his blessing.
Hurry, my time is growing short. A spirit's lives so short?
My life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight, at midnight. Hark. Oh man, look over there.
Long ago, ragged, scowling, and wolfish, prostrate too in their humility, where graceful youth should have filled their features out, a pale and shriveled hand had pinched and twisted them, and pulled them into shreds. Where angels might have sat enthroned, devils lurked.
Spirit, are they yours?
They are man's. This boy is ignorant. This girl is want. Beware them both, for on their brows are written doom, unless the writing be erased.
Have they no refuge? Have they no resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
No!
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You're about to show me shadows of things that haven't happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I've seen. But as I know, your purpose is to do me good, as I hope to live to be another man that I was. I am prepared to bear you company, and do it with a thankful heart. Spirit, won't you speak to me? Lead on, Spirit.
Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with it? I thought you would never die. Well, what has he done with his money?
As you have company, perhaps. It's not it to me. Go on, though. Likely to be very cheap funeral. Of my life. I don't know of anybody to go to it. Suppose you make up a party and volunteer?
Well, I don't mind going so long as lunch is provided. Why? I must be careful.
Well, I am the least interested among you, since I never wear black gloves and I never eat lunch, but I could be convinced to go with the rest of you. Come to think of it, I'm not at all sure I wasn't his most particular friend, for we used to stop and speak whenever we met.
They left the busy scene and went to an obscure part of the town where Scrooge had never been before. The streets were foul and narrow, the people drunken, slipshod, and ugly. The whole court reeked with crime, filth, and misery.
Well, we couldn't have met in a nicer place.
Yes, well, everyone always has a reason to take care of themselves. He always did.
Yes, indeed. No man more so.
And I mean, who's the worst for the loss of a few things like this? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No, indeed.
I mean, if he wanted to keep him after he was dead, the wicked old Scrooge, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he was, he would have had someone to take care of him when he was struck with death, instead of lying there, gasping out his last breath alone by himself.
It's the truest word that ever was spoke. It's a judgment upon it. Open that bundle, old Joe, and let me know the value of it.
A couple of seals, an old pencil case, a pair of strictly buttons, and a brooch of no particular value.
Sheets and towels, 2 old-fashioned silver teaspoons, a pair of sugar tongs, and a few books.
I always give too much to the ladies. It's a weakness of mine, and one that'll be the ruin of me. Then There's your account. Ask for another penny and make a question of it, and I shall repent being so liberal and dock you half a crown. What's this? Bed curtains?
Yes, bed curtains.
Do you mean to tell me you took these down, rings and all, with him still lying there?
Yes, I do. Why not?
Bed sheets?
Well, who else do you think? He isn't likely to take home without him, I dare say.
Well, let's just hope he doesn't have anything catching.
Oh, you may look through that shirt until your eyes ache, but you won't find a hole in it nor a thread misplaced. It's the best one he had, and a fine one too. They would have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
And what do you call wasting it?
Putting it back on him to be buried in, but I took it off again. And how comes it good enough for such a purpose isn't good enough for anything. Its part is becoming to the body, but he can't look uglier than he did in that one.
He sat perched around their spoil in scanty light afforded by the old man's lamp, as though they had been seeing demons, marketing the corpse itself.
Well, this is the end of it, you see. He frightened everyone away from him whether he was alive to profit us when he was dead.
Spirit, I see that. The case of that unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way now. This is a fearful place. As we leave it, I will not believe its lesson. Trust me. Let us go. Let me see some tenderness connected with the dead. That dark chamber we just left will be forever present to me.
The black breaks my eyes. Thank you, dude. It makes them weak by candlelight. And I wouldn't want to show weak eyes to your father when he comes home for all the world. It must be near his time.
Past it, rather. I think he has gotten a bit slow these past few evenings, Mother.
I've known him to walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder very fast indeed. And he was so small and light to carry. Your father loved him so much that it was no trouble at all.
Hold me for you, father.
Bob was very cheerful. He spoke pleasantly to all the family. He looked at the work upon the table and praised the industry and speed of Mrs. Crachit and the girls. Martha, you'll be done long before Sunday.
You went today to see them dig it?
Yes, my dear. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is. We'll see it often. I promised that I would walk there on a Sunday. My sweet boy. My little child.
They drew close around the fire and talked, with Martha working still.
saw Mr. Scrooge's nephew in the street today. Seeing that I looked a little down, young Master Scrooge inquired what had caused to distress me. I told him. I'm heartily sorry for it, Mr. Crachit, he said. I'm heartily sorry for your good wife, which, by the by, how he knew, I don't know.
You what, my dear?
That you're a good wife. Everybody knows that. Very well observed, my boy. I hope they do. I'm heartily sorry for your good wife, he said. If I can be of service in any way. He said, handing me his card, that is where I live. Pray come to see me. Now, it wasn't for the sake of what he might be able to do for us, but rather his kind way. This was quite delightful to see. It really seemed as if he had known our tiny Tim. He felt with us.
I'm sure that he is a good soul.
You'll be sure of it, my dear, if you saw him spoke to him. I shouldn't all be surprised if he got Peter a better situation.
You hear that, Peter?
And then Peter will be keeping company with some girl setting up for himself.
Oh, get along with you.
Get along with you.
It's just as likely as not, one of these days. But there's plenty of time for that. But however and whenever we should part from one another, I know none of us shall forget Tiny Tim, shall we? Or this first parting that there was among us.
Oh, Father.
I know that when we recollect how patient and how mild he was, although he was only a little child, we should not quarrel easily among ourselves and forget Tiny Tim in doing it.
Never, Father.
Something informs me that a parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. This court that we're walking through is where my place of occupation is, has been for some length of time. The house, right here. Allow me to behold myself the days to come.
Scrooge hastened to the window of his office and looked in. It was an office still, not his. The furniture was not the same, and the figure in the chair was not himself. The phantom pointed as before.
Scrooge joined it once again, and accompanied the spirits until they came to an iron gate. Churchyard. Tombstone.
Spirit, before I draw near to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that will be? Or are they shadows of things that may be?
Scrooge crept towards it and read upon the stone.
Ebenezer Scrooge! Hear me, Spirit. I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I must have been. Why show me this if I am beyond all hope? Spirit, assure me that I may yet change the shadows of these things you have shown me by an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live the past, the present, and the future. And the spirits of all three will strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons they teach me. Spirit, tell me I can sponge away the writing of the stone. Oh, Spirit, I can't. Spirit. constant away! Spin! I can't. The room is my own. The bed is my own. The curtains! The curtains are my own. The time is my own. To make amends in. Amends. Jacob Marley. Heaven and Christmas time be praised. I say it on my knees, Jacob. On my knees. I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather. I'm as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. I'm as giddy as a drunken man. A Merry Christmas to everybody! And a Happy New Year to all the world! La, 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 la. Hello? Hello? What day is it?
What?
What day is it, my fine fellow?
Today? What? It's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. Wait. Do you know the poulterers in the next street? At the corner?
I sure hope I did.
Do you know if they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging up there? Not the little one, but the big one.
The one as big as me.
Intelligent one. Yes, big buck.
Why, it's hanging there right now.
Go and buy it.
Buy it, turkey. Yeah, right.
Wait. I'm in earnest. Go and buy it. Bring it back here. I'll give you a shilling. Do it in under 5 minutes. I'll give you half a crown. I'll get it right. I'll send it to Bob Crachit. He shan't know who sent it. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim. Twice the size of Tiny Tim. Oh, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Twice the size of Tiny Tim. Tra-la-la-la-la.
downstairs to open the street door, waiting for the coming of the turkey. As he stood there, the knocker caught his eye.
I shall love it for as long as I live. I'd scarcely look at it before. What an honest expression it has on its face. Ha! It's a wonderful knocker. Merry Christmas.
By now the people of the town were pouring forth, eager to share in the holiday spirits. Scrooge had not gone far when, coming on toward him, he beheld the gentlewoman who had come into his office the day before.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. How do It is I, Mr. Scrooge. I'm afraid that name is not a pleasant one to you. Allow me to ask your pardon. And would you be so good as to accept a donation in the amount of Are you serious? Not a farthing less, please. There are a great many back payments included in it, I assure you. Will you do me a favor? Please, don't say anything. Come and see me. Will you come and see me? I will. I am much obliged. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you 50 times. Thank you 67 times. Bless you. Bless you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas.
The afternoon. We passed the door a dozen times. We had the courage to go but knock. But he made a dash and did it.
May I come in?
Amen. What much pleasure from me, Uncle. Oh, what a treat. Oh, everybody, come in here. Meet my Uncle Scrooge. He's coming to join us for dinner.
It was a wonderful party. Wonderful games, wonderful happiness. But Scrooge was early at the office the next morning. If only he could be there in time to catch Bob Crachit coming in late. That's what he had his heart set on. He did it. Yes, he did. The clock struck 9.
What is the meaning coming here at this hour of the day?
I am very sorry, sir. I'm behind my time.
You are? Yes, you are. Step over here, sir, if you please.
It is only once a year, sir. It shall not happen again. I was making rather merry yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. Therefore, going to raise your salary. Merry Christmas, Bob. Merry a Christmas than I have given you in many a year. salary and endeavor to assist your struggling family. We'll discuss your affairs this very afternoon. Now, go make up the fires and go out and buy a coal scuttle before you dot another I, Bob Crachit.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and giving more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die,
He was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, as good a man as the good old city ever knew, or any good old city, town, or borough in the good old world.
It was always said of him, he knew how to keep Christmas well. If any man alive possessed the knowledge, that be truly said of us, and all of us.
And as Tiny Tim observes,
God bless us, everyone!
God